Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, rule, and great Zion, brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect, Lord, willing is edifying. And this a lesson on this article from RT, and notice this before I go any further. Uh, well, I do it at the end. I make a separate video. That'll be all right. But see, you see, a country's accelerate shift away from U.S. dollar. So if the countries in the world, you know, are shifting away from the U.S. dollar, what does that mean? That the dollar is going to lose its value. The thing that make America so great is that the America currency, the U.S. dollar, U.S. D, is the world reserve currency. It's the world's currency. You know, that's what make America this rich and powerful first world country and not a third world country. Because everybody use the dollar. The dollar is accepted everywhere. You know, and it's more powerful than the currencies that if you take the dollar to a certain country, it's gonna be more powerful than the currency that's there, man. To a lot of places, man. You know, so countries accelerate shift away from US dollar. Emerging markets are leading the gold buying spree. It say the holding of gold and foreign exchange reserves of the central banks have been growing, and it say of the central banks. So the central banks buying up the gold, man. And we know who own all the central banks. I don't give a damn which country it is. It's the Edomites, the elite banking families, man. You know, and they buying up the gold to what? Hey, they shifting everybody away from the dollar because they finna crash the current currency. And somebody brought it up that currency just going to what's being used at the current time, man. You know, currency. But they gonna crash the dollar, and they gonna and once the American dollar crash, all the currencies of the earth will crash, and the world gonna enter into chaos, man. And they gonna come with a solution. And what's gonna be the solution? That MOTB, man. You know, that thing that they gonna put in your hand and in your forehead, or in your forehead. And a lot of people gonna get both, man. Once the miracles they see that the forehead thing can do, and it will, you know, it is gonna do different spectacular things. You know, it is. It's gonna be able to do all kind of shit, but it's wickedness, man. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, so it ain't gonna be wise to consent to him, because the end of taking that MOTB Revelation 13 and 16 is death, man. Well, he calls all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand, and they can't buy or sell, man. At the end of receiving it is death. But it say the holding of gold in the foreign exchange reserve of the central banks have been growing worldwide, hitting a 31-year high this year. At the same time, US dollar holding have been dropping, according to the World Gold Council. The bank have built up their stockpile by more than 4,500 tons. It say 4,500 tons over the past decade. As of September, the reserve totaled some 36,000 tons, largest haul since 1990, and up 15% from a decade earlier. At the same time, the the presence of the dollar in foreign exchange reserves has dropped sharply over the past decade. In 2020, The currency by currency ratio of the greenback plunged to the lowest level in a quarter of a century. Analysts say that the central bank, particularly in emerging economies, are continuing their shift to gold, reflecting global concerns about the dollar-based monetary regime. The first 9 months of 2021, Thailand bought some 90 tons, India 70, and Brazil 60. Central banks and public institutions started boasting holdings of gold after the global financial crisis of 2008, which caused an outflow of funds from the US government bonds. Resulting in falls in the value of the dollar dominated asset. Trust in dollar asset th- thus faltered. Market analysts, however you say that, Tayoshima Itsu Tayoshima say, as quoted by Nikkei Asia, gold prices have remained firm, trading at the 1,806 level per troy ounce as of December 30th. But the point being is they shifting, and the Esau, the elite, they buying up all of this gold and all of this currency for when they crash they got all the natural resources. So when they crash the dollar, you have nothing to fall back on, you know. And at the end of the day, what the Lord say, they gonna catch they gold and they and they silver in the streets, man. Cause the day of the Lord gonna be that terrible, man. You ain't gonna have no need for no damn gold when the Lord get through with the earth, man. You gonna get that up, man. The wealth will be transferred to us, man, from all you heathens, man. Every heathen on the earth is gonna go goddamn set they net worth might have well put it in their mind they net worth gonna be set at zero, man. You know? And you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you need to set your mind on the kingdom, man. You know? But let's get into these precepts because the dollar is crashing fast, man. As these countries accelerate they shift away from the US dollar, man. And that's why it's talking about central banks buying up all the gold. But what central bank getting ready to roll out? The CBDC, the central bank. Like it about that, man. Jake through. God damn. Interrupting interrupting me for that. Fuck. Don't give a damn about this shit. But Salaki. It ain't nothing but Satan, man. But the dollar's finna crash, and now I'm finna get into the precepts, I think, before the phone got interrupted. The recording got interrupted. But Salakia, let's get into it. Because they finna switch the currency to the CBDC. And if they was going to turn to gold, why it ain't the central bank gold coin, man? Why the central bank digital currency? Because basically it's going to be a social credit system like they do in China. You ain't going to have no money. What's that one term they say? Soon everybody going to have the New World Order little phrase. You'll have nothing and be happy. That's what they going to. That's what the CBDC is. That's what Bitcoin is, basically. But Bitcoin is gonna crash. All that crypto shit gonna crash. And they gonna roll out their own central bank digital currency. And they gonna say it's backed by gold. Oh yeah, it's backed by gold. All they gotta do is say, oh yeah, it's backed by gold. But you ain't gonna never be able to cash it in and get no damn gold. They knew where the NWO is them seeking total population control, man. Not you being able to come up and live your best life. No, they finna put a screeching halt when all hell break loose. That's them ultimately putting a screeching halt. That's the Lord ultimately, but them using Esau Edom, they putting a screeching halt to the way you once knew life, man. The NWO ain't gonna be like 2012, man, or 2014, 2015, 1995. No, the New World Order ain't gonna go. Your freedoms will be stripped from you. You will have no rights. You gonna do what they say, and you gonna be happy, man. That's what the NWO entail. But we know that none of this will it will fail, man. So let's get into the precepts. This Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 6. And that's why we cry out to our people and tell them, man, repent and come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because this place is finna go out bad. Jeremiah 51 and 6, it say, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquities, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, and Babylon is talking about America. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. Yeah, because if the dollar crash, then all these foreigners and all these people that come over here to live the American dream and the land of you can come here and get rich and be successful and driving Lamborghinis and Bentleys and Maybachs and all this shit. The 2-story house with the white picket fence, the dog on the lawn, and the 2 kids, the boy and the girl. That fairy tale is going to be over with when the dollar crash, man. You know? And all these nations, they going to flee back to their own lands, man, when they see it happening. And they fleeing now. You know? It say, and let us go everyone unto his own country, for her judgment reached unto heaven, and is lifted up even unto the skies. Yeah, going into the same thing it say about Babylon the Great in Revelation 18, man. You know, these basically damn near saying the same thing. But, you know, that's pretty much the point. This place ain't gonna be healed. They ain't gonna restore the dollar, man. And once the dollar crash, America will be like Venezuela. America will be like the Weimar Republic. America will be a third world country, man. And it will be because everybody here is used to decadences and pleasures and you know, if you want something, all you got to do is call and pull up and pick it up. You know? But it's going to get to the time where it ain't going to be nobody to call. And motherfuckers going to be holding on to what they got left. The little bit they got left. Or whatever they got left. If they got a lot or a little bit, they going to hold on to it. They ain't going to be getting rid of shit. And food included. Parts and cars and all these different things. They going to be holding on to those different things because they know they going to be able to use it in the future. And if they do, like the apostle say, it's going to go into a bartering time. It's going to go into a time where they're going to be bartering, man. Mad Max type shit. Book of Eli. You know? You go into somewhere to exchange. I got a lighter for for such and such. You know? I give you this lighter. Or I got a box of cigarettes. You know, you're going to have all that type shit going. I give you this box of cigarettes that I found for a bag of rice. This type of shit gonna be happening, man. Or I got bullets. I got a box of bullets if you give me 4, 5 cans of screen beans, man. You know, that's what was finna happen in the earth, man. Let me see. And we're going to just get into it because the dollar is going to crash and this place is going to be done. And that's why we tell our people, you hollering chasing the bag, but chasing what you chasing, man. It say labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom, because you thinking you being rich and that ain't the way, man. Because the Lord say it's a simple thing on the sudden to make a poor man rich. You don't make yourself rich. If you got money, the Lord give it to you, man. You know, it ain't nothing that you did so special to where you in a predicament, a situation that you in. Because you can be a grinding motherfucker if the Lord don't want you to have it. Every time you run up some money, the Lord will make something happen to where you lose it. You know? Motherfucker come rob you. Car break down. Have a wreck. You know? Your fucking house catch on fire. Anything, you know, just calamities, man. And you got to start all over. So don't none of that matter, man. But let's get this, and the brother brought this out when we were here at the camp. This Mark chapter 4 and verse, I'm going to kind of get straight to the point, and this was a parable going into the sower soweth the word, basically going into like seeds, you know. Matter of fact, I'm going to read the first verse and jump to where I want to go to get the point of what I'm saying. This Mark chapter 4 and verse 13, it's saying, he said unto them, know ye now this parable, and how then will ye know all parables? It say the sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown, and the word is represented. It's basically like a sower, like you a garden. You sow the word. You know, you planting it in the ground, so to speak. It say, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. It say, and these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word immediately receive it with gladness, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when the affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. Yeah, because seeds don't grow on stony ground, you know. So when all hell break loose, you know, when that flood come in, they gonna be wiped out, man. When persecution, like I say, when all these things happen, it's gonna be over with for them, man. You know, then it say, and these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches. And that's the point I wanted, because riches are deceitful in this life, in this kingdom. Because what the Lord told us, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. All the riches in this kingdom are wicked. You know? Are deceitful, not wicked. In this wicked kingdom, they are deceitful. Why? This is the devil's kingdom, first and foremost. And what the devil mean, Diablo is going into the deceiver. This is the devil's kingdom. So you know his riches and wealth, all this shit is deceitful. In order to get the best of this world and have all these different things, what you got to do? Eventually, you're going to have to sell out, or you're going to lose it all, you know? But all these riches are deceitful. Why? Because they're not backed by gold. This is not, it ain't like you got 100 goddamn blocks of gold. No, you got paper that's backed by nothing. And all gotta happen is the countries that use the currency stop using the currency, because America is a consumer nation. It's not a producing nation. So the dollar will be worth nothing if the countries be like, okay, This what we gonna if China say, look, we don't want your dollar no more. The only way you can talk to us about making transactions or buying and selling our goods is if you um come to us with gold. America gonna crash quick, Russia, all these different countries that we buy, India, all these different places that we buy stuff from, the shit that's in your stoves. If they do that, it's gonna be over with for this place, man. You know? But that's all I wanted on it. I just wanted the point where it say I kind of wanted to give a understanding of what it was talking about and just get the point where it say, and the cares of the world and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering in choke the word and it become unfruitful. Yeah. That's that thorny ground, man. You can't plant a seed in the midst of thorns and thistles. First off, ain't no sun gonna get to it for it to grow. And then if sun do get to it and it kind of grow, guess what? It's gonna get caught up in those thorns and thistles and they gonna choke it and it's gonna kill the plant. A baby plant need room to just grow. It don't need nothing messing with it because it ain't strong. It ain't rooted good. But that's pretty much the point. You keep going to day that was sown on good ground, and that's pretty much the point on that one. This Haggai chapter 1 and verse 6, it reads, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled. With drink ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Yeah, because you got bills to pay ultimately. And ultimately, if you can have $150,000, $1,000,000, when they crash that motherfucking dollar, all you got is 1,000,000 pieces of paper, man. Or however many pieces of paper. 100,000 pieces of paper, however many pieces of paper. Because it ain't gonna be worth nothing. It's gonna be over with. It's deceitful riches, man. Because these heathens, that's why the Lord told us this, I'll get this one real quick. This Proverbs 23 and 5 will say, wilt thou set thine eye upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wing, and they fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Yeah, because all this shit is false, man. You think you rich, that's why we tell our people, look, you niggas like these rappers and shit. These niggas take pictures with the money all up they arm, and I always got money in the picture. I got you tell them something, but shit, I got money though, and all that old dumb shit a nigga will say. Okay, you got a couple dollars, but when the dollar crashed, then what you got? Oh shit, I'm gonna take what I need. We know you is. That's what the scriptures say you gonna do. Hey, Esau know that. When this dollar crash, goddamn, when a motherfucker ain't got nothing, when a person ain't got nothing to lose, they lose it, man. They gonna lose. You gonna lose your fucking mind when the dollar crash. All the dope boys and the rappers and actors, when the dollar crash, these people will lose it. People gonna be killing themselves. People gonna be killing other people, taking people's shit. Cause ain't nobody. How can you buy it unless you got gold and silver? And a lot of people ain't investing their money in gold and silver, and gold and silver only just gonna get you so far. Motherfucker know you got gold and silver, then guess what? They gonna be trying to kill you. Shit finna get real crucial out here. And it's gonna be beautiful, man. This Psalms chapter 62 and verse 10, it say, trust not in oppression. Yeah, because we oppressed here. And you people that trust in this money, you tripping, man. and become not vain and robbery. If riches increase, set not thine eye upon them. Yeah, because it's deceitful. It's not real riches, first off. And the Lord, the one that maketh a person rich. It say God have spoken once, twice, twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto the Lord. Yeah, because what the Lord say. It's an easy thing. I don't think I got it. The Lord said it's an easy thing on the sudden to make a poor man rich, man. I quote it. You know? So let's get this. This Matthew chapter 6 verse 19. It say, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Yeah. So lay up your treasures in heaven, man. Store up on this wisdom, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And guess what the Lord gonna do for us, man? For I'm finna get it. It say, for there your treasure, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Yeah, so lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, man. You know? So let's get this and we're gonna close it out. Cause the elite, they working to work on you people, man. You people trusting in Bitcoin, you put Esau did not allow a damn something to just pop up out there, ain't backed by nothing. It's a hidden currency, all it, and he ain't got his hands in it. Esau got his hands in everything else, the drug trade and every goddamn thing else. You think he ain't got his hands in on this money? On all that money people putting they actual gold, people actually buying and selling their gold and using gold to get this. Esau is sucking the resources out of the earth, man. He getting all your paper money. He getting you to invest your gold in it, thinking this the future. He getting you to invest all kind of shit into this. And then once he get and know what he got and he know what you got, he gonna just crash that shit. Then he gonna be like, oh, Bitcoin is frozen. You can't use that no more. We got a central bank digital currency out now though. If you want to keep crypto, you know, here you got to take this in your right hand and your forehead first though, for we can upload your money on there. You know, and that's what's gonna happen, man. But let's get this. This Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and 10 and verse 8. It say, because of unrighteous dealing, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And yeah, the wealth of the kingdoms, of all these kingdoms, all these places on earth with the armies and military and governments, and they done bought all these tons of gold and this and that, all that is going to be transferred to us. That's what's finna happen. All that gold and all these riches. I'm talking about resources. I ain't talking about money. I ain't talking about the dinero. I'm not the dinero, the euro, and all these other different currencies. I'm talking about the resources of the earth, the stones, the gold, the silver, the titanium, the copper, iron, all these different things, the land, everything that's truly worth something, the elements of the earth will be ours, man. The natural gas and all this other stuff that they getting filthy off of, you know, that they set off of, that they getting the true riches of the earth, it will be transferred into us, man. Cause that ain't gonna be destroyed. Just it's gonna be a switch. It's gonna be a transfer of rulers. You know. Let's see what translated means. It's a move from one place it's a move from one place or condition to another. Yeah, the wealth of the kingdom is gonna be moved from y'all to us, man. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel, the riches will be transferred to us, man. and Esau and Moab and Ammon and Ham and Japhet, and Ishmael and all these Elam and all these heathens, riches and wealth will be transferred to us, and they going into captivity, man. And that's what's finna happen, man. So, like the title of the article said, let me get back to it so I can. It say countries accelerate shift away from the U.S. dollar. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end it giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Rule well, been a great example to the young brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah, Baba. Shalom.